Hey, welcome to the Backwoods Gourmets. You might have seen by that little intro, we got the Dutch oven fired up, so stay tuned. So today I'm going to take a little bit of leftover smoked chicken I had left from yesterday, and we're going to braise it down in the Dutch oven and make a restaurant quality chicken, a smoked chicken wrap, and we're going to put all the fixings in it, some of them right out of the garden. So don't go nowhere and don't click on nothing. It's coming up. Alright, here are our main ingredients: leftover barbecued chicken breast. And I know you guys are going to probably have that laying around at some point in time. And over here I have some blanched, sliced red pepper right from our garden that just couldn't eat. Mrs. Backwoods does not like peppers, therefore I have to save them for when she's not here, and she's not here today, so we're going to make very good use of those guys. Over here I have some micro grated sun-dried tomatoes right here. These we actually dehydrated ourselves a few years back. Some micro grated fresh ginger. Here I have just a little bit of ground rosemary. We got some six cheese Italian blend. Use whatever your favorite is. A little spray olive oil. Use that just to prep the Dutch oven. And 2 cups of chicken stock. I made that from Better Than Bouillon. Over here I have some medium-sized tortillas for our wrap. And what we don't have on the table right now, we're going to pick for you and a little bit later, so stay tuned. Dutch oven's been preheating about 5-6 minutes. Nice and smoking hot like I like it. Get started with that. Sets any oil that you might already had in there. I'll give her a little spray of olive oil. First thing I want to do is take some of my pre-blanched red peppers. Now we're making a serving for one, so you're going to want to double this up, triple this up, quadruple this up, depending on how many people you're cooking for. You can leave the lid off that right now, and we're going to try to get a little caramelization on those before we get started. Alright, so believe me, that little process right there that we just did to caramelize those, you kind of hear the skins popping and stuff like that. That's going to be well worth that couple of minutes it took to do it. Go right in there with our leftover chicken breast. Follow that up with our chicken stock. Now I'm not going to add it all right now. I'm going to give enough to give it about 3/4 of the way covered. We'll reserve the rest. We may not need it all. Alright, let's get some seasoning on it. Alright, so we got that guy going in there. It's going away pretty quick. We're going to go ahead and give it about a tablespoon of ginger. And this is not even maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of rosemary. I'm going to go ahead and put those 2 in there. Make sure they get incorporated down into that broth. Get that lid on her, and you notice I set up the Backwoods Gourmet one-line method here on the Dutch oven table, so that I can keep that thing moving and keep it boiling. We can go ahead and put a few coals on top if we want, but I'm going to move it just a little bit this way. Let those coals over there breathe. We may go ahead and put a few on the top. So now she's going good. Get her settled in over here, nice and level. I'll go ahead and bring a few of these coals right up on the top just to keep us at a good simmer. This will also help to reduce our cook time. Remember, that chicken's already cooked. It's already been cooked one time. So what we're trying to do now is just tenderize it so we can make pulled chicken with it. So let's go ahead, and that's 7 on top. Let her simmer away for a little while. Alright guys, I'm going to go and give it a check. It's been about 20 minutes. Again, this is pre-cooked chicken. You can see it's starting to fall apart. Not quite where we want it yet. You notice our simmer has reduced now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, we're using that one-line method, I'm going to go ahead and move it over here onto some fresh coals. That should bring that temperature back up. So let's go on a little shopping trip here. Here's some spinach I got going. Had to put this wire over to keep the chicken from getting in there, and the squirrels were wanting to get in there and bury their acorns and dig up everything. Here's my bigger bin that's just a little bit behind that stuff. They were all planted from seed the same time, but that was transplanted a little bit later. Here's our green onion patch and our Vidalia onions that we have here at the house now. I got hundreds of these out at the big garden. And this year I've actually got another one of these tubs who has yet to be implemented into the Backwoods Gourmet outdoor kitchen garden, which is stuff we got here at the house. So probably gonna wait till spring to get that guy going. It's middle of winter now. We'll start working on that. It is a little bit expensive to buy. Now these troughs, these are cow troughs, horse troughs, whatever you want to call them. But I've been getting these for free. But the soil and the rock that it takes to fill them is a little bit of an investment. So that being said, let's go ahead and pick some spinach over here for our wraps. So we got some pretty good spinach going on in here. Just gonna go ahead and pick us some of the bigger leaves. We've been eating off of this now for a couple of weeks. Make some really nice salads. Here we're going to use it to line our wrap. It is delicious. And this is, by the way, growing this organically. I've been using the chickens' manures to fertilize this so far. So right there, we got enough of those. And we're going to need a nice scallion. Let's get in here and see if we can find this one. I usually try to get the ones that need to be like thinned out. That broke it right off, which happens. Let's try another one, see if we can get the whole root. Try to wiggle it carefully. They got good roots on them. Right there, we'll snip that root, clean them off in the bowl, wash this stuff up, get ready to go make our delicious dinner. So as we've moved the Dutch oven down the one line method, you see that I've taken those coals and the ones that are left behind, we keep stacking them on top. Putting the Dutch oven on top of the ones that has not had the Dutch oven sitting on it previously, which tends to keep the Dutch oven at a more stable temperature. We're right at the end now, and it's back up to a simmer. I just added a little bit more broth, so we needed to bring that thing back up. And then before you open your Dutch oven, we'll take the lifter and give it a little tap. It's going to let any ash settle so you don't get it in your food. But again, if you're allergic to ashes, Dutch oven cooking might not be for you. You see that chicken's all falling apart now. A couple more minutes, we'll be ready to make our beautiful chicken wraps. Alright folks, let's go ahead and put this thing together. I'll bring over my tortilla. First thing I'm going to put on is some sauce. Ranch dressing would be fine here. I have some Alabama white sauce. Squirter there. And this is that grated, dehydrated, sun-dried tomatoes. If you don't have those, just chop you up some sun-dried tomatoes out of the jar that would you get from your regular grocer. Alright, we're going to come over with some of our spinach that you just saw us there picking right out of the garden. You can't get no fresher than that. I'll put that right down the middle. Alright, now I'm going to come over with some more of my red peppers. I really love these guys. These are ones we grew over the spring, and I blanched them, froze them. They're really awesome. Alright, let's come over with some other pulled chicken that's been cooking in that red pepper sauce. Still got some of those red peppers in there. Let's pull it apart a little bit. It's going to have a lot of flavor right out of the Dutch oven there. Might even bring a little bit of those peppers that have been going in there. Now I'll pull that apart just a little bit. It's really hot. Whew, boy, it's hot. A little bit more back here on the back side. Try to get that even. I'm going to come across there with some of those fresh scallions from the garden. A little kick. And maybe just for grins we'll put a little bit more of the roasted or dried, sun-dried tomato right over top. Now it's time for cheese. Off on that nice hot. I can get the bag open. Cheese right there. little bit more sauce. Not a lot. We don't want it to be too runny. Do want a little bit of sauce or water. You can put a little bit of water out here on the edge to help it stay together. Or you can take a little bit of that sauce and just smear it with your finger. I got some on the cutting board on that side. That'll help it stay wrapped. Let me put it together. Alright, here we go. We'll make the wrap. Use the blade of the knife, kind of hold it in, try to tuck it nice and tight. Right, here's our wrap. Let's go ahead and get the plate ready. Make the plate really nice. Going to use some more of the pepper for garnish, a little bit of the chives, a little sprinkle of the sun-dried tomatoes, right over the top. Bring that in for you guys. Let's cut this first. How about that? Let's go ahead and cut her on a bias. Right down the middle. We'll plate it up. Time for the plate. We'll put our beautiful wrap right there in the center, just like that. There you go. Beautiful and delicious meal from a little bit of leftover chicken breast right here on the outdoor kitchen and the campfire, charcoal, whatever you got. That's a ginger chicken with red pepper and spinach wrap. Alright, so it's really a beautiful dish. That's a chicken wrap done on the Dutch oven with leftovers, by the way. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try. Let you know what I think about it. Wow. If you're trying to eat, low carb like I am, this is a great dish to try to make. We basically took that leftover chicken breast, made it awesome. The ginger, the red peppers, all that comes through at the end. And I tell you what, I've eaten a lot of restaurants over my life. That's the best chicken wrap I ever ate. So if you like what we're doing, please smash that like button right down there. To subscribe to our channel, you can do it right over there. For another great Backwoods gourmet video, it's going to be right up there. And for a whole playlist of cast iron and Dutch oven cooking, it's going to be right up there. We'll see you next time.